Ukraine braced for more bloodshed today amid fears that Russian troops will launch a wave of attacks on the country's Independence Day. News broke yesterday that Russia is planning to attack civilian targets on Ukraine's Independence Day today. The threat emerged last night in an intelligence report declassified by the US State Department. In another disgusting move, Russia could also use today's Remembrance Day to trial Ukrainian prisoners of war, with defendants forced to watch trials in cages. Images have surfaced of giant steel cages erected at the Mariupol Philharmonic Hall, where trials are about to take place. Last night, the United Nations condemned the prospect of soldiers legally defending their homes being kept in cages. Today marks the 31st anniversary of the Ukrainian parliament's vote to liberate the country from the Soviet Union. It's also been exactly 6 months since Russia launched the invasion, which has failed to achieve any of its strategic goals. Threats of further Russian attacks on civilian targets have prompted the UK and US governments to again warn their citizens to leave Ukraine. There are also concerns that Moscow could use the death of Doria Dugina, whose father Alexander was a close advisor to Putin, to justify further attacks. The warning came as Boris Johnson told Ukraine's parliament that Britain would continue to support the country against Russian aggression. He also insisted that Britain would never recognize Russia's annexation of Crimea or any other Ukrainian territory. Mr. Johnson said, "It has never been more important for all of us to stand up for the fundamental principles of international law, which states that no territory, no country can acquire any territory, or change its borders by force, and it follows that we are Russia will never recognize the annexation of Crimea or other Ukrainian territories. In the face of Putin's attack, we must continue to provide our Ukrainian friends with all the military, humanitarian, economic and diplomatic support they need." President Volodymyr Zelensky today pledged a strong response to any attack on Ukrainian soil. As a precautionary measure, Kiev and other major cities banned public celebrations of Independence Day. A curfew has been imposed in Kharkiv, and Ukrainians across the country have been advised to work from home. The trial of captured soldiers of the Azov Brigade in Ukraine will begin today, according to intelligence sources. The men have been held in Russian captivity since the siege of the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol ended in May.